It was a short trailer though. I did want to see a little bit more of it.
No, shorter trailers the better. I don't want to see this stuff. Just give it to me.
A minute and 20 seconds. Give me a minute and 40.
Bro, it's coming out in like 2 months. It's fine. Just
I'm excited for this one.
Eat some Fruity Loops or something like that in between the time, and you'll get there.
Catalog, you know? Respect.
There you go. Our final trailer of the day. We did get a trailer. Some RESPECT. Indeed. We got a trailer for Respect, which is about the life of Aretha Franklin. That basically is the synopsis of the movie. Obviously,
Queen of Soul,
R&B singer legend Aretha Franklin. The film Respect is directed by Leslie or Lizelle, I believe, Tommy, that's pronounced. She's actually a South African American director, and she's mostly done like a lot of like TV stuff as well as like theater stuff. I don't know if she's done a lot of feature work, but this is written by Callie Coral as well as Tracy Scott Wilson, and stars Jennifer Hudson, Forrest Whitaker, Audra McDonald, and Sakan Singblo, I believe that's how you pronounce that. I'm going to stick with that. There you go. And is due out January 15th of 2021, and in theaters, by the way. And so, yeah, as I was watching this trailer, one of the things that I can definitely say is at the beginning of it, I hate what they did, and I think maybe the part that I'm talking about was cut off, but I hate the beginning, because it wasn't like, I know this is fake,
flashing like coming in.
Here it is right here. I know that this is fake. Like, just give me her on a real stage with lights behind her. It's just not this difficult, to do. I don't know exactly why they went with this choice, but
they did it. I think they did it specifically for the trailer.
I'm sure
flash value.
I'm sure, but I don't know why. Just give me, especially if this is like a true story, like clearly it is, right? Then just give me a real fucking intro to it. But whatever, it's a minor thing that doesn't really matter. The other thing I could say is that Jennifer Hudson feels like she was like, this is a role that she was always destined to play. Yeah. I'm sure when
which is great casting.
Great casting. She for one, Jennifer Hudson, she's great. She's obviously a great singer. But then also, just to have her play an icon like Aretha Franklin it's like a duh, and back in her days of being in Dreamgirls, with Beyonce and that whole lot, it feels like she was just preparing for this particular role here. And then the other thing I could say about the trailer is just as you were talking about before, Marlon Wayans, that we get him in this movie as well. And it feels like one of those roles that is going to be a little more serious for him, but is just like perfectly pitched for him, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And so I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do with Respect. Definitely not in theaters, but I'll see what they eventually do.
Respectfully, I will watch it at home. But I agree.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Slick.
Look, it's the queen of soul.
Yeah.
By the time the 60s ended, I mean, that's just who she was.
Yeah.
And I think from the trailer, and I don't know her full background, but from the trailer, it looks like she had a hard time getting the first 2-3 albums to really hit until she, really hit with that one song. But I mean, she's had classics. I Never Loved a Man. Yeah. What was it? Make me feel like a natural woman.
Yeah, and
it's songs that you recognize, that as soon as you hear them, you're like, that's Aretha.
Well, that's actually one of the things I was going to point out. Is just like, for as many hits as like a lot of these artists give us, we know tremendously little about, for one, their catalog, as well as like their lives, right? Like,
but her voice, though.
Of course, you
would recognize her voice right away.
100%.
Chains of Fool. I think that's the one song that she had. Loved it. Oh, come on, man.
I don't know. Yeah, I know, right? But I think that's what. And the reason why I even say this is because I remember going back and looking at Prince, and Prince has one of the most, and obviously I don't know this as a fact, but has to have one of the most extensive catalogs of music I think I've ever seen. Like he has album after album after album after album, and yet all I really know
Not
is
to
Purple Rain.
mention
Like
all the features, all the
yeah,
extra, the instrumentals that he did for other artists.
yeah,
It's insane.
it's insane. And but it's I
As
know
Lorraine would
so
say,
little about
the
it. The
residuals.
residuals,
Yeah.
as long as he's getting that check. But Prince has so many songs, and yet I know so little about
Yeah.
that his cachet of music, that I really only know like the mainstream stuff, the stuff that is like standard fare, right? Like so, Purple Rain, Little Red Corvette, like all this stuff that is just like kind of like more like the pop kind of like mainstream things, but there's so much wealth there, and I think that's what it is with Aretha Franklin as well. I know so little about Aretha Franklin.
Well, it's no different with like any other major artist. Like even with MJ, the first time I heard what
No,
2,000 watts or 3,000 watts, whatever it was, I was like, that doesn't even sound like Michael.
no, I'm very familiar with, and also strangely enough, and again, I can be proven wrong about this, but Michael actually doesn't have as an extensive of a library as you would think he would for being the person that he is.
Absolutely, but what I'm saying is that Michael's hits.
Sure, yeah.
If you haven't listened to the
they
album,
were all hits.
right.
He didn't make not hits. Right? He didn't make non hits.
I mean, yes, you are right in that. But the first time, like that song that I mentioned, I think it was like 3,000 watts or 2,000 watts or something like that. The first time I heard it, I'm like,
yeah, I remember you playing that. We were in a car one day. And
Yeah,
I remember
I was
you
like,
playing
MJ
that. Like,
is
I was like,
rapping?
I don't know why
He's a
you're
rapper?
obsessed with this song. This is
Yeah.
not one of MJ's best songs.
it's not, but it was different.
It was very
It
different.
was a catalog I hadn't heard.
There you go. Yeah. So yeah, anyways, so we got Respect coming out.
It was a short trailer, though. I did want to see a little bit more of it.
No, shorter trailers the better.
No,
I don't want to see this stuff. Just
Look,
give it to me.
A minute
Especially,
and 20 seconds. Give me a minute and 40.
bro, it's coming out in like 2 months. It's fine. Just
I'm excited for this one.
eat
That's all I
some
wanted to see a
Fruity
little bit
Loops or
more.
something like that in between the time,
Listen
and
to
you'll
their
get
whole
there.
catalog, Respect.
There you go. So yeah, we got Respect coming out again on January 15th.
Just wanted to note, she was a big political figure in the 60s. With her rise to stardom, she did do a lot of activism work. So she was really on.
Seems like it's clearly falling in line with and like I said, I don't know really that much when it comes to Aretha Franklin, but from the trailer it seems like that's where the direction that they're sort of coming from, as well as that obviously she's a great musician, great a legend as far as a singer goes, but she also was affecting actually like the culture
Absolutely.
in a very sort of direct way.
Rest in power.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think she passed away 2018.
2018, yeah.
So yeah, we got Respect coming up.